So we have almost come towards the conclusion of this 7th chapter. Just to have a quick recap of what we have understood in the 7th chapter so far. 7th chapter is titled Knowledge of the Absolute, in which Krishna is giving knowledge about himself. So this knowledge begins from 7th chapter. It goes on to 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Up to 11 chapters, Krishna is going to give various aspects of his personality and his way this world is working and how various things are arranged. All this wonderful knowledge Krishna is going to reveal. So why this knowledge is important? Why this knowledge is required? Because unless a person who has created this world, he doesn't reveal himself about this creation, he will not know. It's like we have many mothers here, Mataji, who cook every day. And once in a while, the cooking, what they have made becomes very tasty, right? And then somebody asks, what is the formula? Because you cannot figure out what the ingredients they have put, how they have put, in what proportion they have put, all these things. That you have to ask the person who has cooked only, Otherwise, if you start speculating about what it must be, you will never figure out. Likewise, what is this world around us? Who are we? Why are we here? And what is the purpose of this material world? All these very basic questions. Answers to these questions, we cannot figure out ourselves. It has to be revealed by the Creator.
Yes.
Who created this world. It's so logical, right? So this chapter is actually dedicated to make us understand the identity or the reality of our existence and the world around us, and how Lord Krishna, as he concludes towards the end of this chapter, is the governing principle of this entire material manifestation. He says that towards the end of this chapter. So how it is so is what Krishna is explaining in this chapter. And he begins just how to know that Lord has created this world this way, this way. You have to hear. From whom you have to hear? You have to either hear from Krishna or Krishna's confidential devotees who have heard from Krishna, or Krishna's pure devotees. That's what Krishna says in the beginning. When you hear like this, you'll be free from doubt. Asamshayam samagrama. You'll be free from doubt and you'll know me in full. Samagram, you'll know me in full. In this way, your mind will become attached to me. This is the whole purpose of this chapter. How to transfer our attachment from so many things we have become attached now. How to transfer his attachment from matter to Krishna. So, in fact, beginning from this chapter up to 12th chapter, we'll see this concept of asakti or attachment being gradually developed step by step, step by step. Right now, for us, Krishna is someone we don't know, maybe historical person, maybe some great person. Maybe some people call him God also. Like that, we are having different conceptions about Krishna. But when you hear more and more about him, your understanding about Krishna becomes clear and clear and clear. Which otherwise was very hazy and very, not very, not very clear. Now things become more and more, clarity will come basically. It's like when you see a mountain from distance, it looks green, big green, structure, mound. When you go close and close, you can see many varieties in it, details, right? oh, so many small shrubs are there, big trees are there, this type of variety of plants are there, big stones are there. All this will become clear and clear. This is what Krishna is trying to explain to us. Right? We know God is great, but what are the details of his greatness is what Krishna is explaining in these chapters. It's simply telling God is great, or in the US currency, American currency, they print, in God we trust. But they don't know who is God. Whom are you trusting? Prabhupada says, right? Whom are you trusting? Something, vague, some concept. No, God is a concrete personality. And how he is conducting this whole world is what Krishna is explaining here. How he has created this material world. What are the basic ingredients of this creation? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. And how he is all pervading. And we living entities are his energy. This material world is also his energy. And how everything is conducted by his various wonderful potencies. And why are we in this material world? Because we desire to come here. That we'll discuss more in today's verses. But basically, we have somehow got entangled here. Somehow come here and we are in this world. Right? We are placed here in a situation of a family, society, then community, right? And we are going on as humans, and we also see around us many other living entities. So many things around us. Actually, to get an answer for what is all this around me is not easy. Right? You cannot figure out on your own. Krishna has to explain. Krishna says, Tribhir Gunamayar Bhaver Evi Sarvamidam Jagata Mohitam Nabi Janati. In the verse number 13, Krishna says, how the entire world is under the spell of modes of nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance. They're all getting different types of bodies based on their desires. They are conducting themselves as though they belong to this world and they are part of this whole arrangement here. They've forgotten their real identity. It's like I give the example of drama. In drama, you play different parts, different roles, and you forget for that moment or that particular period, you're supposed to forget your actual situation of, oh, I belong to this family, that community. No. In that drama, whatever role has been given to you, you have to play that. Similarly, our situation has become such that our identity is that we are belonging to Lord Krishna. We are part and parcel of Krishna. We are belong to the spiritual world. That identity we have forgotten. And we have come to the material world, taking up different roles, playing a drama every life. And then life is going on. So Krishna says, to come out of this drama, you surrender to me. Right? And what this surrender is, how to surrender is what will be explained in the later chapters. But at least he has given a direction, how to that the way out to come out of this whole big drama. This drama is like a bubble. Anytime it will burst. And once the bubble is bursted, chapter is over. New drama starts. So like this world is going on, and Krishna is arranging different things. And Krishna says, if you surrender to me, you'll come out of this whole drama roles and come to your actual role of devotee of Krishna. And Krishna answers the questions of, okay, if this is so simple to surrender to Krishna, why people don't surrender? Why? Because Krishna gives the reason in verse number 15, which we elaborately described, that there are people of different types of degradation has happened in their consciousness because of association with this material world. They're classified into 4 categories as Mudha, grossly foolish; Naradhama, lowest of mankind; then Maya Aparuta Jnana, they have lost their good sense, lost their good knowledge, and they're defying, they are challenging the authority of Krishna. And there are openly atheistic people who don't believe in Krishna at all. But this is the reason why, even though there are many educationists, scientists, philosophers, politicians, they all can't understand this basic knowledge of what is this world around us, what is going on. They have got a concocted idea of this world. They have their own plans on this world. And Krishna further says, there are also 4 types of people who come and take shelter of me, surrender to me. Right? The distressed, desirer of wealth, inquisitive, and one who is in pursuit of knowledge. Right? So Krishna says of these 4, one who is actually in pursuit of knowledge already has transcended the other 3 levels. And he is very dear to me. And finally, Krishna wants us to come to the platform of knowledge, of understanding it. And basically, if you don't come to this platform of understanding of knowledge, you have to go through many cycles of births to attain that knowledge, understanding. So this whole chapter is about jnana of absolute, knowledge of absolute. Krishna says, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanvan mam prapadyate. After many births and deaths, millions of births, one may come to the platform of understanding gradually that Krishna is everything. Krishna is the cause of all causes. Sarva karana karanam. So this knowledge is very rare. Because people are going through so many types of wrong understandings. So coming to this platform of right understanding is very rare, Krishna says. And further, Krishna says, okay, surrender to Krishna is the highest. But we also see people who worship devatas, who worship these various demigods, they are called. So these demigods are appointed officers to conduct the universal affairs. Just like the rain department is handled by Indra, Lord Indra. And that way, different devatas are given different responsibilities, portfolios to manage this whole world. And they're all reporting to Krishna for all the various affairs, what they're conducting in this universe. So basically, worship of devatas is not that independently you can worship them and you can get results. No. Krishna very clearly says, if you worship any devata, you should understand that devata is an appointed officer of Krishna. And people who have got a lot of material desires, kamais tesya jnana, their real sense of understanding that Krishna is supreme, they have forgotten. Their knowledge is misguided. They worship devatas. And the faith to worship devatas, Krishna only is giving. And the results which devatas give, Krishna only gives. And finally, Krishna says, the results what devatas give is temporary, limited. Whereas the results which come by worshipping Krishna is eternal and permanent. Those who worship devatas, Krishna says, they go to devata loka. Those who worship me, they come to me. So like this, Krishna mentioned about devata worship. And there are also different types of spiritualists who worship or rather who engage in the process of their practice of impersonal worship. So Krishna says they are also less intelligent. Devata worshippers are less intelligent. The impersonalists are also less intelligent because they don't know what is the who is the source of everything. Krishna is like trying to clarify this. Right? They are also abuddhayaha. They are less intelligent. So for such people, Krishna is always covered by his curtain of yogamaya, mystic potency. Right? Even though Krishna is behind and doing everything, they can't see. They are misunderstanding something to be supreme. That is their misfortune. So Krishna, having said this, he says, in fact, he is the knower of past, present, and future. Vedaham samatitani vartmanani charjuna. Right? Everything of everyone Past, present, future, Krishna knows, which means he's a personality, right? Whereas the living entities, they don't know anything about themselves and about Krishna, which means Krishna is again reiterating the point. We are very small. Krishna is Vibhu, is unlimited. We are very minute, right? So having said this, now Krishna is going to further explain about our situation. What is our situation right now? Right? Verse number 27. Ichha dvesha samudhena dvandva mohena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa. Essentially, O sign of Bharata, Arjuna, O conqueror of the foe. In two ways, Krishna is addressing Arjuna. Bharata and Parantapa. Parantapa means, oh, you're a great hero. But even you are under illusion. Because people are very boasting, no, I am so big, I am rich man, I am intelligent person, I am that, I am this. But you are also under illusion. What illusion? Krishna says that you are under the illusion of dualities of Ichha Dvesha. It's a very important point Krishna is going to tell here. You have to carefully understand. Our real situation is what? Jivera Swarupa Nitya Krishna Das. Our constitutional position or actual situation of living entities is eternally servant of Krishna. Right? This is our proper understanding. Prabhupada says is pure knowledge. When this knowledge becomes polluted, what happens? Krishna bhuliya jiva bhogavancha kare. When this knowledge is forgotten or it is, it is sort of a distorted, polluted, then you forget Krishna's position. Krishna is, I am Krishna's, I am something else. That is called Krishna bhuliya jiva. Then what happens to you? You want to independently enjoy this material world. That is not our constitution. Constitution means what? It is very basic. That's how it is made. It's like the mobile. It has some circuits made. That's how it will work. Right? So any meddling with that network or that basic structure will spoil the mobile. Right? Likewise, Krishna has, everything has its constitution. The way it is made, the Creator has made it with a plan. That you have to understand. So, Krishna is telling us here, when one becomes deluded from this pure knowledge. What is pure knowledge? Pure knowledge that I am servant of Krishna. This knowledge is, sort of a forgotten. Something else comes in your consciousness. But I am independent. You become controlled by Nikatastha Maya Tare Japatiya Dhare. Krishna Bhuliya Jiva Bhogvancha Kare Nikatastha Maya Tare Japatiya Dhare. Very, very nice statement which Prabhupada often quotes. When you forget Krishna, when you forget Krishna means you have disconnected yourself from Krishna. You don't have Krishna's understanding with you. Eternal relation understanding is missing. That happens, and you want to independently exist in the material world, independently want to enjoy in the material world, then immediately Maya captures this illusion. Maya captures. Illusory energy is going to control you. And then your understanding of Krishna is forgotten. Actually not forgotten, it's actually covered. It's called Avarana Shakti. Our real knowledge is covered. This we have understood in 3rd chapter. Right. So this illusion or this Maya is manifested in 2 ways. As Ichha Dvesha. This verse is a very crucial verse, which Prabhupada keeps quoting this. This makes us understand what is our situation right now. When you forget Krishna, you come under the influence of illusion. And illusion means there are two aspects of this illusion. It is manifesting in a duality of desire, ichha, and dvesha. What you are desiring? You are desiring that I want to imitate Krishna. Right? Prabhupada says that. You want to become one with Krishna. Okay. So this one with Krishna means you want to, act as though I'm Krishna. So this was explained in 5th chapter, last verse. How does Krishna function? Bhoktaram yagnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam jnatva mam shanti mrichati. Krishna says, I am the enjoyer of all the different activities, sacrifices. Final enjoyer is Krishna. But what we are trying to do, we are trying to take that position of Krishna and say that I am the enjoyer. I should get the enjoyment. Right? Enjoyment, enjoyer. Then next Krishna says, I am the proprietor. I am the proprietor of everything, anything in this material world. I am the owner. Isha Vasyam Idam Sar. But we in the material world want to own as many things as possible. I own this property, I own this company, I own this, I own that, is mine. Right? So this is what we are trying to do, imitating Krishna. But this mentality of it is mine should be given up. That's what Krishna says, nirmama. It is not mine. First of all, we are trying to own this body only. This is my body. Body also is not yours. Prabhupada says it's a rented body it is. The rented vehicle you get, no? A rented house. A rented house, you never claim ownership of it. Right? Likewise, if you start claiming it is my body, no, it is not my body, it's Krishna's body. Krishna has given. Just see. Nirmama and Nirahankara. First is enjoyment tendency. Next is proprietorship tendency. And third is, Krishna says, Suhridam Sarva Bhutana. I am the friend of all living entities. Or rather, I am the one who is maintaining them, sustaining them, and giving all the facilities for their life. This we want to imitate. Oh, I took care of this many people. I was I helped this person. So that sense of, oh, I did, by me, I'm able to care for somebody. But to very clearly understand, you cannot do anything. Different arrangements of Krishna, what Krishna has made, you become an instrument in that arrangement, that's all. Again, remember Krishna, what arrangement he has made. That's what is important. Okay, so like this, we want to imitate Krishna in 3 ways, as enjoyer, proprietor, and well-wisher. That's what it means, Ichha. Dvesha means envy, Asuya. Asuya, oh, Krishna is enjoying with gopis, rasa dance. I also want to enjoy. Like, we have, no, neighbor has purchased a new car. We have not even purchased anything. You should purchase envy. Para sukha asahanam. Seeing others progress, your stomach burns. Right? You'll be feeling so jealous. Right? There's an advertisement I remember, Onida TV. Neighbors envy, owners pride. Right? So like this, people taking pride that, I have got this. As other person think, oh, you got this much. Oh, well, how? This enviousness is the reason for our existence in the material. So we want to imitate Krishna, Ichha. We are envying Krishna's position. Not only Krishna, Krishna's all arrangements. Right? Why did this person become president of this society? What qualification he has? Envy. In every action of ours, in our talk, in our behavior, in our thinking, so much envy is sitting in our consciousness. Right? So this enviousness of Krishna being Supreme Personality of Godhead is the reason we forgot Krishna. Krishna bhuliya jiva. So desire and hate, becoming one with Krishna and trying to imitate Krishna, and also envying Krishna's position. See, when I say Krishna position, it also involves the different arrangements Krishna has made. Somebody is having a position or some enjoyment, some opulence. Krishna sanctioned. First acknowledge that. Why are you envying? Oh, he has, I don't have. Acharya has explained. A Vaishnava means, a devotee means, para dukha dukhi. Seeing others' distress, he is very unhappy. Right? Distress basically means not, oh, he doesn't have good house. It is all part of the material world. But real distress is, he is not having Krishna consciousness. Just like Prahlad Maharaj is lamenting. Shoche tato vimukha chetasa indriyartha maya sukhaya. These people are all so foolish. They are engaged in maya sukha so much, they are forgetting about their real identity. That is the distress of Vaishnava. Whereas ordinary person who's not having any devotional background, he sees para dukha sukhi. Others' distress means, oh, I'm very happy. Recently, I was coming through a quote. When you have so many problems, you think if I share a problem with others, maybe it will help. Right? It may reduce my, the quantum or the magnitude or the amount of unhappiness I'm going through. I will go through another experience less. But the fact is that I just take out that quote. Very interesting quote. Yeah. The thing is, more problems you have, you want to share with others. It says, never tell your problems to anyone. 20% don't care. And the other 80% are glad you have them. Right? This is what the situation is. So what is the use of telling your problem to others? Because he himself has so many problems. Somebody shared one reel recently. So somebody has come to tell problem to one more person. He's saying, okay, you have a problem. If you only want me to hear your problem, I'll charge 2,000 rupees. And you want me to cry with you for the problem, I'll charge 3,000 rupees. You want me to pacify you fully, I'll charge 5,000 rupees. So you decide what you want. So it has become a business. That's the para dukha sukhi is a materialist way of thinking. And para sukha dukhi, other way also. Oh, he's having so much, he's feeling very unhappy. This is our situation. So, Krishna is telling us here that unless you come out of this duality of desire, hate, ichha, dvesha, then you cannot understand Krishna. So this Bhagavatam, very beginning of Bhagavatam, is telling us that Bhagavatam or the devotional service can be performed by Paramo Nirmatsarana Satam. Matsarata means enviousness. Nirmatsarata means non-enviousness, no envy. When you come to the platform of without enviousness, then you have come to the platform of devotion. Unless you have devotion, enviousness, devotion is not even begun in you. You're envying everybody around you. You're not even recognizing Krishna. Krishna's sanction in every aspect around you. That is the problem. So pure devotees are out of this enviousness. Why? You see, Prabhupada, he is going out as para dukha dukhi. I want to help everyone. He's not envious. Oh, why I should tell them? Why I should go and tell them? No. Everybody is living in it. Everybody should get Krishna consciousness. So these dualities of ichha, dvesha, Prabhupada says, is manifested in the material world as I like to be honored. I don't want any dishonor, only honor. And happiness, misery. Man, woman, good, bad, pleasure, pain. So our whole vocabulary, our whole language in our conversation, in our thinking, in our feeling is all around this dualities. I like to do this service only. Other service, no. Again, duality. Service also you're making dualities. Whatever service you give, I do. That is surrender to Krishna. No, I have only preference of doing this, that. Again, duality. You have to come out of this dualistic understanding. So Prabhupada very clearly says, unless you are in this dualistic way of conception, you are under illusion. Then what is the way out? Way out is to again follow the process of devotional service, gradually rectify our conception of life. Okay. So this is the very important verse, this 27th verse, which explains why are we here. Because we want to imitate Krishna's position and we are envying every aspect of Krishna's arrangement here. Right? That is the reason we are here. We come out of this, recognize Krishna's arrangement and appreciate it, and in fact, be in line with Krishna's plans, rather align yourself with Krishna's plans. That is what is required for us. Then we will be coming out of this. That is called devotional service. In devotional service, you practice this aspect. Okay, fine. Let's go to the next verse. Krishna is giving us the understanding of how to come out of this delusion and how to establish ourselves in pure situation. Yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante mam dhridavritaha. So Krishna is telling us, persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated and who are freed from the duality of delusion, engage themselves in my service with determination. Let's see. So, to come out of this delusion, you have to practice this. What you are supposed to practice? Prabhupada says, you are supposed to practice regulated devotional service. Regulative principles of religion, Prabhupada says. You have to practice your life in a way that you are having regulations in your life. Not simply allowing anything and everything to be, in your thought process, in your, action, in your speech, in your various aspects of your interactions. You should have regulation. Krishna also explained in 6th chapter. You are supposed to be regulated in your yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu. You are supposed to be regulated in your eating, in sleeping, in recreation. Only then you can practice yoga, Krishna said. Right? So, unrestricted, unregulated way of life will only put you in more illusion. More you are unregulated, more you become degraded. That's why animals have no regulation. When you come to the human platform, you're supposed to have regulations. You're supposed to follow, because human life is meant to elevate yourself to the more finer and higher status of existence, that is spiritual existence. So, for this, Krishna says, you have to lead a regulated life, and you should have led such regulated life in your previous lives also, because generally we see, when you say, you take up chanting Hare Krishna, not easy. People, what is that chanting Hare Krishna? What is it in Bhagavad Gita? Reading. I know everything. I am all okay. My life is going very well. Earning nicely, enjoying life, nice family. I am doing my, I go for wonderful trips. I go, nice social gathering happens. My life is all very good. I have enough bank balance. Like this, people think. This is their illusion, delusion. They think I'm socially secure. I am well respected. So people think this is what life is. But all this is, as I told you, illusory bubble. Anytime it will burst. And everything is over. Right? So this is the, realization we are supposed to come to. So for this, Krishna says, you have to have regulative principles of religion. So regulative principles of religion will give you direction how to conduct your life in a way that you are not committing papam, sins. Because this material world is such that if you are not properly conducting yourself, you'll be committing sin at every step. What did Krishna say in 3rd chapter? Yagna shishta shinasanto muchante sarvakil vishay hunjate tvadham papa ye pachantyatma karanat. 13th verse, Krishna said, 3rd chapter, that when you are taking the food offered to Krishna, Yagna Shishta, it is going to release you from all sins. Muchante sarva kilbishay. But one who is not offering food to Krishna and eating food for his own enjoyment, every morsel of food what he is eating is going to entangle him with more and more sins. Aham papa, Krishna says, it's going to increase the sin so much. Just see, even the act of eating, Krishna is telling us that you will be implicated in sins. This is the material world. Because the whole material world is designed and it is being conducted in a particular way. If you go on the street, on a road, with a vehicle, and you don't follow traffic rules, first and foremost thing is that you will be, your vehicle will be seized. You will be penalized. Because you are supposed to follow some rules when you go on the road. Likewise, you are supposed to conduct yourself in a particular way when you got this human form in this material world. This much common sense, if you don't have, then Krishna says, you are not fit to be in human form. Please become animal. Because animals have no regulation. Right? So unregulated, unrestricted, no problem. So Krishna will give that situation to you. Go on. So human life means it is a, you're come to a higher platform. You elevated yourself. You have passed the test and come to higher level. Okay, again, you don't want to conduct yourself as human. Next life. Okay, again you become a mouse. Prabhupada says a story. Right? There was a mouse who was troubled by a cat. He came to a sadhu and said, this cat is too much troubling. So what do you want? Make me a cat. Okay. Tathastu. Mushika means rat. Okay. Rat became a cat. And after some time, cat came complaining, why? Dog is chasing. What do you want? Make me a dog. Tathastu. After some more time, dog is coming and complaining, this tiger is coming, the village, attacking me. Okay, what do you want? Make me tiger. So sadhu said, okay, tathastu. So this tiger, when it became tiger, this mouse has become tiger, started snaring at the sadhu. Sadhu said, Arey, I only made you from rat to cat to dog to tiger. I'll again make you mouse. Punar mushiko bhava. So if you don't follow the regulative principles of dharma, every chance, don't expect, again I'll become human. No. You will become a mouse in your own house. Possible. Right? Prabhupada says, mouse or a cockroach or a lizard in your house. Just see. Then the same family members will be putting hit on you, catching you, or driving you out. Just the situation. So this is what happens. So that's why it is very important. This verse also is very significant verse. Krishna is telling us what is the eligibility for a person to come to this transcendental situation or position. How to become spiritually situated is what Krishna is telling us. So we have to lead, the necessity of leading a life of regulation as per dharmic principles is what Krishna is telling us will make you sinless. If you go on like this throughout your life, then association of devotees will bring you to the platform of this platform of spiritual elevation, and then you become Vridavrata, fixed, and a strong conviction that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Because everybody is driven with some convictions based on their background understanding. Krishna is telling, if you have a proper understanding of your situation and Krishna's understanding, then your conviction will change. Your conviction will be only for performing devotion to Krishna. So, Prabhupada is quoting from Bhagavatam as a reference in this verse, that Mahat Sevam Dvaramahu Vimukte. How do you get this conviction, or how do you understand that, what I'm supposed to be doing? You should follow in the footsteps of Mahat Seva, means great devotees. When you start following their footsteps or serving them means follow the instructions, what they are telling. It's like Prabhupada says, chant Hare Krishna every day, fixed number of rounds. Prabhupada says 16 minimum. Read every day Bhagavad Gita, offer food to Krishna. These are the regulations which the great devotees are telling. And the contrary, if you are attached to Tamodvaram Yoshitam Sangi Sangam, if you are attached to people who are addicted to sense gratification, then your door to hell is open. You decide what you want. You want liberation or you want hell. Right? The doors are all available. Which door you want to go, you select. So this is what Krishna is telling. Better that we lead a life of responsibility, following the principles of regulations as given in the Bhagavad Gita, and lead a very pure life. Right? So Krishna is telling very clearly, Antagatam Papam, unless your sins are all eradicated fully. Right? Unless you're freed from all sinful reactions, then you'll not get the determination, strong determination. So it is an endeavor from your side. And it is an opportunity every moment that you can perform devotional service purely. That's the point. Okay. Fine. Next verse 79. Jara marana mokshaya mamashitya yatantiye te brahma tadvidhu krishnam adhyatmam karma chakilam. Krishna is telling, intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death take refuge in me in devotional service. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental and fruitive activities. This verse has some semblance with the second verse of this chapter. Krishna said that I will declare unto you all knowledge, full knowledge, both about this material world and spiritual. By knowing which, you will not have anything further to be known. It's complete knowledge I'm going to give you. So basically, Krishna has given enough knowledge in this chapter. So now he's sort of concluding. He's telling those intelligent people, see, to come to this platform of understanding, you're supposed to use your intelligence. So Krishna says, it is Sumedhasaha. Right? Krishna has used the word Alpa Medhasaha in this chapter. Right? Those who are less intelligent, they worship Devatas, Sutagyana. Right? These are all very nice, wonderful words which Krishna is using in this chapter to make us understand how important it is to use the intelligence which Krishna has given us. He says those who worship Devatas or have some ulterior motives are called Alpa Medhasam. Prabhupada says small intelligence, dull intelligence. You have understood Krishna's devotion. The purpose of life is to come out of this Jara Marana Mokshaya. If you want to come out of the cycle of birth and death, what is the solution you have? Right? Now rains have started, floods will happen. People will be in great distress. What is the solution? Right? So like this, people have different debates going on. But very simple solution Krishna is giving us. Like this, if you in the material world, this rain will happen, floods will happen, summer will come, it will go on like this, year after year. Better come out of this material world only, You go on, newspaper only report. In summertime, it will say this much temperature has increased. In rain, oh, big rains. In winter, so much winter. Every situation you are disturbed. So Krishna is telling you will be disturbed always like this. Because there is danger every step in the material world. So Krishna's advice is, don't stay in the material world. Come out of this material. Come out of the Jara Marana Mokshaya. To come out of this, what you should do? Mam Ashritya Yatanti. To come out of the cycle of birth and death, you have to take shelter of Krishna. So Krishna advised. Mam eva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. Unless you are in the material world, these miseries will continue. So when you take shelter of Krishna, perform devotional service, then what happens? Krishna is telling, Te Brahma Tadvidu Krishnaha. You'll understand that you are not this body, you are Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. I am spirit soul. I have nothing to do with this body, this material world. Whatever I'm trying to identify with this material world is all illusion. False, as Krishna says. I have to do this, I have that responsibility, this responsibility. What are you doing? There's no meaning to that, what you're doing. So Krishna is telling, when you come to this platform of proper intelligence of serving me, taking shelter of Krishna, you will be coming out of Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, Chakra. And you'll understand that your spirit soul, and also you'll understand everything in full. About yourself, about Krishna, about this material world, how this world is functioning, everything will be revealed to you. Just see. This is exactly as I told you. This verse is almost like the second verse. But complete knowledge you will have. So which means, Krishna is trying to tell us, when you practice devotion, you're not buddhu, or you don't have any intelligence. No. You have all the understanding of this world. Because you're knowing Krishna. There's a statement in Vedas, it said, Yasmin Vijnate Sarvamevam Vijnatam Bhavati. When you know Krishna, you know everything. Because Krishna is everything. Right? See, this faith is supposed to happen. And this is a fact. When you're chanting Hare Krishna is Krishna himself. And Krishna will bestow or reveal that knowledge, what is required for us within the heart. And this is what Hare Krishna chanting does. Because of your chanting every day Hare Krishna, you're able to get into the rahasya or the mystery of Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, one who is not chanting, he cannot appreciate Bhagavad Gita at all. He cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. This is like as Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj gives the example. A honey bottle, which is, close the lid. You go on licking honey from outside. How much you will lick? Oh, honey is inside, honey is go on licking. You will not get any taste. Maybe one drop is sticking here and there, you'll get some taste. Open the lid, put your finger. Wow. That's the devotee. Other people are all licking the bottle. Oh, impersonalists, Devata worshippers are all doing that. So Krishna is telling, open the bottle, take the nectar, perform devotion and take the blessing. So Krishna is telling, you'll know everything. Okay, so this is the 29th verse where Krishna is telling us, when you come to this platform of Krishna consciousness or pure devotional service, you are completely aware of everything. Adhyatma Jnana and even the Bhautika Jnana. Now, Krishna is concluding this chapter, 30th verse. Sadi bhutadi daivam mam, sadi yagnas chaye viduhu, prayana kale pichamam te vidur yukta chetasaha. So one who knows me as the Supreme Lord, the governing principle of this material manifestation, Sadi Bhuta, Adidaiva, who knows me as the one underlying all the demigods, means all the demigods under me are under my control. I am the governing principle of the material world. Adibhuta, Adidaiva, I am the Adi Yajna. I am the one who is sustaining all sacrifices. Right? Adibhuta, Adi Yajna, Adidaiva, and one who knows this perfectly at the time of his death. Prayana Kale Pichamam. Right? At the time of death, Krishna says, you'll understand me perfectly and your mind will be steady. Yukta Chetasaha. So these are some technical words Krishna has used. Adhyatma, Karma, Adibhuta, Adidaiva, Adiyagna. So this is what Krishna concludes this chapter. The next chapter, actually, Arjuna begins by asking questions on these very technical words. What is Brahman? What is Karma? What is Adibhuta? What is Adidaiva? What is Prayana Kala? What we should do? This is what 8th chapter is. In fact, 8th chapter is like an extension of the 7th chapter. Okay. So 7th and 8th are like connected. Okay. So this is the conclusion. Prabhupada is very nicely explaining that only when you are acting in pure devotional service of Krishna consciousness, you can know Krishna. Otherwise, you'll always be in want of knowledge of Krishna. Right? And how this is possible? Knowing Krishna. Krishna is very clearly telling from the beginning, you have to have devotee association. Sadhu Sangha. Right? In devotee association, we can understand Krishna. Right? Then there's a nice statement in the Bhagavatam. Satam prasangan movidya samvidaha bhavanti hatkarna rasayana katha. In the association of devotees, Satam Prasanga, the revelation and the understanding of Krishna becomes very, very relishable and very potent. Otherwise, individually you want to understand Krishna is a limitation. Because you have so many, previous our karmas are all holding us down. Devotee association will lift you up. So this is what Krishna has been repeatedly recommending in Bhagavad Gita. Associate with devotees. Sadhu Sangha. The 2nd chapter Krishna said, Sangha sanjayate kama, kama krodho vijayate, krodha bhavati sammoha, sammoha aswati vibramaha. Right? The type of association you have determines your mentality. If you associate with people who are materially inclined, then you will develop material desires, material type of, vasana, then material type of, then the sankalpas. Vasana means desires. Material vasana, material bhavana, and then material sankalpa, material drishti. They're all connected. Right? Vasana means desire. Desire to enjoy materially. I'll be happy like this. If I earn money, I'll be, very well placed. I can enjoy a world like this. I should do this. It's called desires. Then feeling for it. Very strongly feeling for it. And this feeling is further enhanced and strongly, confirmed by the modern day media, social media, television media, the different movies, everything is confirming that what your desire is correct. This is what you're supposed to do. Vasana is solidified as bhavana. And bhavana is further, when you see some practical example, oh, this person has become successful like this, it will become a sankalpa in you. Kama sankalpa. I should do this. I should become a big man. And you see how vasana, then bhavana to sankalpa, then you see everything that way, drishti. Oh, how to do this, whole life. Over, one life over. Krishna says, if you develop Krishna conscious desires, you will develop Krishna bhavana. Feelings for Krishna. That's what Bhagavad Gita is trying to teach us. Purify your desires. Develop Krishna Bhavana. So Prabhupada said, Antarashtriya Krishna Bhavanamrita Sangham in Hindi. Right? Bhavanamrita means your bhavanas are for so many things. Attachment. Bhavana means your attachment, feelings for so many things matter. But bhavana should become towards Krishna, because Krishna is your, actual existence. He is the, source of your existence. I am part and parcel of Krishna. I am energy of Krishna. Everything is sustained by Krishna. Right now, entangled. Just now we understood 27th verse. How by desiring to imitate like Krishna, desiring or rather envying Krishna's situations and arrangements, my situation has fallen. Right? So Krishna Bhavana means everything about Krishna, how Krishna has created this world, why am I here, what I should do. Krishna Bhavana. So Vasana should change, material Vasana. Samsara Vasana it is called by Acharyas. Narottam Das Thakur says, when will that day come that Lord Nityananda will bless me? Samsara Bhavana, Samsara Vasana Tuchya Hobe. Means when it will become insignificant, useless. Tuchya means no, waste. Now, material vasanas are becoming so prominent in our whole life. That is driving you. Right? So, Nityananda Prabhu has to bless us. Prabhupada has to bless us. Right? So, Krishna says in 4th chapter, when this bhavana is, material bhavanas are there, develop kama sankalpa. Kama sankalpa means strong belief system that this is going to give me enjoyment. I should enjoy life like this, then I will be happy. I have to become this, then I will be happy. Strong determination. Krishna says, Kama Sankalpa Varjita. Yasya Sarve Samarambha Kama Sankalpa Varjita. Jnanam Vidagdha Karmana. Krishna says, Pandita. He is a Pandita. Learned person is he who has given up this determination to enjoy this material world and give up these false beliefs. This is all useless. Every action, every aspect of his understanding, his disposition, his thinking is without any materialistic way of a strong belief system that this is what is going to give me happiness. Just see. So Prabhupada says, this is what Krishna is trying to tell us here. Develop this Dridhavrata, determined faith, Prabhupada says. Right? When you understand Krishna's service is everything. If I do devotional service to Krishna, how to do devotional service? Just hearing and glorifying the Supreme Lord. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. That's all. Everything Prabhupada says, everything is done. Everything will be fulfilled by doing this. All objectives fulfilled. Right? All my life's purpose is fulfilled. This conviction, sankalpa, is called Dridhavrata. Firm faith, determined faith. And Prabhupada says it's the beginning of devotional service. And 7th chapter is the substance of this conviction. Our sankalpa in the material world is towards belief systems that this is good, that is good, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is what I'm supposed to be running behind. Krishna says, give them up, all of them. It is of no use. Worship of Devata, no use. Becoming impersonalist, no use. Having some desires to enjoy the material world and worshipping Krishna, give up, purify slowly at least. That is better, but we become more pure. Like this, Krishna is giving us wonderful, understanding of different types of consciousness we go through in the material world. And how we should purify ourselves and become a Dridhavrata. As Prabhupada says, determined faith. Is exactly what Krishna said in the 2nd chapter. The 2nd chapter is all the essence. Vaivasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana bahushakaya anantascha buddhayo vyavasayina. Right? Text number 41. He says, Vyavasayatmika buddhi. When you have a determined faith, your intelligence is determined, then only you have Ekeha Kurunandana. Your intelligence is only directed towards Krishna only. Otherwise, if your intelligence is multi-branched, your faith is multi-branched, then you are nowhere. This is what Krishna is saying. See, Krishna began with the word asakti. And to develop asakti, you're supposed to be the Vrata, that I will only do devotion to Krishna. Okay. So I'll close here. If anybody is going to ask, any comments, any questions? I request all of you to read this chapter nicely, understand. But you should in fact internalize these instructions of Krishna. What Krishna is telling, every word should be able to contemplate on it and absorb it, and realize what Krishna is telling. And see that, as Krishna says, I am the taste in water. It is not simply a philosophical statement. Should be able to feel it. When you drink water, immediately remembrance of Krishna should go, oh, the taste in the water, Krishna says, I am. Oh, this taste is Krishna. Not only water, juice you're drinking, anything, oh, this taste is Krishna. Prabhupada even goes on to say, people drink wine, let them think that this taste is Krishna. They'll become Krishna conscious. Just see to what level Prabhupada wanted to make everybody Krishna conscious. Like this, there are practical instructions in this chapter. Every verse having practical instructions, how we can apply them in our day-to-day life. Okay, fine. So if no questions, let us close for today. We'll begin with the new chapter next week. Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.